This chapter of the Chaquetrix changes everything. It covers the events of the episode Haunted, the 5th episode of the first season of Classic, and trust me, nothing is the same. We have the return of Vilgax's brother, the mystery of Gwen's twin, and the crazy reveal of Tetrax. These all change the course of the Ben 10 story completely, but the biggest changes all starts with Ghost Lady. Now Ben and her are in the middle of nowhere. They are liking and subscribing and having a stupid conversation about her using her powers to prank Gwen and scare her. A really funny exchange. With the fact that Ghost Lady has more autonomy than any other Chaquetrix alien, she refuses to do so. Keeping in mind that from her very first spawn from the Watch, she was revealed to still have the fullness of Zescare's consciousness and not be a typical artificial creation of the Watch. So her not being directly tethered to Ben in that way makes sense. But her major moment doesn't happen until these bounty hunters arrive. Now, visible shock is reflected on her face and Ben's face as well, as both of them appear around a corner looking at these 3 hunters, which are Yanx, 88, and this mysterious guy who we'll get to talk about more later. This is a completely different lineup than what we got, which was Crab, 66, and this same mysterious guy. Anyways, the duo continue to watch them from afar. But Ghost Lady's reaction kinda surprises me. She asks why are they there, obviously gesturing to Ben that she knows exactly who they are. Now Ben is a bit confused. This stems from his belief of how the Chaquetrix works, as he thinks that he brings these aliens from their planets instead of spawning them. So he asks her if she actually was able to keep her memories. But Ghost Lady dodges the question and makes Ben know that they are in danger. Now just like classic Ben, he isn't scared of them, and with the fact that his family isn't even safe, he definitely can't leave. Ghost Girl proceeds to spill the beans on the levels of what is going on. You see, these guys are killers who in an obvious note will try to take the lives of the Tennysons, but what surprises me is that she mentions that they will kill her too. Now, Chaquetrix alien dying never seemed like a concept that would ever occur to me, but I think this might be bigger foreshadowing for this very important moment to come. Anyways, Ghost Lady drops another huge gem, which is when she suggests Ben summoning the Petrosapien, as she is the most flexible of the group. Now that's another pretty incredible line for a few different reasons. One, it seems like Ghost Lady knows everyone who is unlocked in the Chaquetrix so far, their abilities and their combat power. And 2, it seems like she has also analyzed the situational benefit of every alien within the Watch. Now cutting back to the main event, we can see that she tries to run from the very start of the Hunter's landing, which is 100% an homage to how the episode in Classic played out, where Ectornoids are not having a good time in these kinds of battles, and it kind of shows how Ghost Lady is so absorbed in self-preservation. Anyways, Ghost Lady does another crazy thing, which is to recharge the Chaquetrix so that they can get a better alien for the situation. We learn in later chapters that she hacks the Watch through body possession techniques like the reboot Ghost Freak, and that seems like a recipe for disaster, honestly. Like she's practicing for when she actually gets to escape the Watch. Anyways, we get Diamond Heart being summoned, the heart of this video, and we're pretty sure that she would subscribe if she was watching. Just saying. Anyways, let's track if Ghost Lady's suggestion was a sensible one, saying that Diamond Heart was the right girl for the job. Ben confronts Yanx and 88, baiting them into charging at him. Now I want to highlight that 88's language is actually written out in this comic panel, but I don't know what this text is, so if anyone knows in the comments, please let me know. Anyways, 88 charges Ben with full force, and she is blocked by Diamond Heart's great defensive capabilities. That killer defensive move was a pretty short-lived moment though, since the mystery man swoops in and takes away Diamond Heart, leaving Ben completely defenseless. This is very reminiscent of what happened in the Classic episode, as a similar set of events unfolded where this guy here dragged away Ben from the fight. But the dynamic is completely flipped here, as 88 postures herself and is attempting to make the fight a 1v2. However, the fight is swapped around, as this masked Diamond Head incapacitates 88 with ease. Now for those who don't remember how it actually played out in the episode in Classic, you should probably be in the dark about who this is. But after the mask is unlocked, we get a very strange reveal of a not so intact Petrosapien named Tetrax, but a similar one to what we have gotten in the reboot, where he is broken and scarred, and in this one he has the Ben 23 beard, which is pretty cool. Tetrax stares longingly at Diamond Heart, and she notices this is all because his homeworld has been destroyed, and it's been ages since he's seen another Petrosapien, as both of them are the last of their race right now. Now Diamond Heart doesn't know anything about Petropia since she was only born recently, but she and Tetrax have a small heart-to-heart. On the flip side, Yanx is closing in on Ben, when Grandpa Max rams the RV into Yanx and saves Ben and drops the
"Claws off my grandson"
line, which is a timeless line in Ben 10, honestly. Team Tennyson start running from the bounty hunters, but another major plot point is revealed here. Gwen has now gained a pretty strange interest in the Chaquetrix, asking all sorts of functional questions about the watch. With this flat expression on her face, she asks a very strange and important question though, which is whether the Chaquetrix can summon two heroines at once, which Ben answers no, not at all, and our plain-faced Gwen seems pretty alright with the answer that she has gotten. As strange as this is, we cut back to Diamond Heart and Tetrax. All of them are reunited with the Tennysons, however Yanx crashes the party here as well. Now combat is about to start, but an important thing for us to think on is what Ghost Lady said earlier in this chapter. She's the most flexible fighter in the watch, so the results of whatever transpires here will be very, very important. So take note. Both Tetrax and Diamond Heart charge Yanx in order to take him down. However, as expected, they are both overpowered with ease. Tetrax does manage to impair Yanx's laser arm, which is good, however it's not enough to completely stop him. So this is where Diamond Heart's battle IQ comes in clutch, as this moment is where she concocts a plan with Tetrax to use Yanx's laser against him, and they're able to execute on it, and trap him and ship him off to space on his own cruiser. Ghost Lady didn't have us wait long to find out that Diamond Heart is probably the most adaptable member of the Chaquetrix for combat, and it shows because even other Twitter users agree that her battle IQ and combat ability, like defensively and offensively, are off the charts compared to anyone else in the watch so far. And at this moment is what changes everything, as Ghost Lady is making a spot-on analysis of the power that Ben possesses. She is hacking the Chaquetrix, studying it, manipulating it, and Ghost Lady's preparation for Ben Tennyson so far is beyond what Zscair had planned based on how she is operating currently. And that might make whatever happens when she escapes the watch a lot more detrimental than what happened in Classic. You see, I have a theory. I believe that Ghost Lady will inevitably escape and use the Chaquetrix's power to create her another trio of fighters, that being Dr. Victor, the NL Doshi, and the Mummy. This could work since Zscair is a high-ranking individual among the Honor System aliens, and would easily be able to display control over these aliens because of his study of the watch and his special kind of charisma. It is literally only a matter of time before the darkest day for Ben Tennyson, where Ghost Lady will rise up and change the course of the story even more. I think that her plotting and preparation will probably make her reveal even more potent than what we've ever seen in the show before. And with other factors coming into play like this odd scan function that resulted in the creation of this female Limax, I think Ghost Lady is definitely up to something and it is nothing good. But what do you guys think? Comment down below, and thanks for watching. The Chaquetrix babies hold a deep secret about the watch that no one else realized.